If you're working hard but still broke, this video will change everything. Here's the harsh truth most people don't want to hear. Being poor isn't always about how much money you make. It's about the habits you practice every single day. I used to be stuck in the same cycle, working hard, making decent money, but somehow always ending up broke by the end of the month. Then I discovered something that changed my life completely. The rich and the poor have completely different daily habits. And today, I'm going to expose the 7 habits that are keeping you trapped in poverty. If you recognize yourself doing even one of these, you need to stop immediately. Because these habits don't just keep you poor, they guarantee you'll never build real wealth. Let's dive in. The first habit that keeps people poor is spending money they don't have to impress people they don't even like. Think about it. How many times have you bought expensive clothes, the latest phone, or went to an expensive restaurant just because you wanted to look successful on social media? This is what I call the fake rich trap. Here's what actually happens. You spend $1,000 on a designer jacket to post one picture on Instagram. You get a few likes, maybe some comments, and then what? That money is gone forever. Meanwhile, wealthy people are wearing simple clothes and investing that same $1,000 into assets that generate more money. The truth is, nobody actually cares about your expensive purchases as much as you think they do. People are too busy worrying about their own lives. And the ones who are impressed by material things, they're usually broke too. I learned this lesson the hard way. I used to spend money on expensive things to prove I was successful, but I was just fooling myself. Real wealthy people don't need to prove anything to anyone. They know their bank account, and that's all that matters. Stop trying to look rich and start actually becoming rich. The second habit is living without a financial plan or budget. Most poor people have no idea where their money goes. They earn their salary, spend it randomly throughout the month, and by the end, they're wondering why there's nothing left. This is financial suicide. Rich people treat their money like a business. They know exactly how much comes in, how much goes out, and where every single dollar is allocated. They don't just hope they'll have money left over, they make it happen through planning. Here's a simple truth. If you don't control your money will control you. And when your money controls you, you'll always be its slave. Start tracking every expense. Create a simple budget. Allocate money for necessities, savings, and investments first. Then, and only then, decide what you can spend on everything else. The moment I started budgeting, everything changed. Suddenly, I had money left over at the end of the month. Not because I earned more, but because I stopped the leak. The third habit that keeps most people trapped in poverty forever is buying things that lose value instead of things that gain value. Let me explain the difference. A liability takes money out of your pocket. An asset puts money into your pocket. Most poor people spend all their money on liabilities, cars that depreciate, clothes that go out of style, gadgets that become outdated. Rich people buy assets, stocks that pay dividends, businesses that generate profit, real estate that appreciates in value. Every time you're about to buy something, ask yourself this question. Is this going to make me money, or is this going to cost me money? If it's going to cost you money and it's not essential, don't buy it. I see young people financing expensive cars they can't afford. That car isn't making you rich, it's a depreciating liability that's draining your wealth through payments, insurance, fuel, and maintenance. Instead, buy a reliable used car and invest the difference. In 10 years, that investment could be worth more than that fancy car you wanted to impress people with. The fourth habit is refusing to invest in your own skills and education. Poor people will spend $500 on a night out, but won't spend $50 on a book or course that could change their financial situation. This is backwards thinking. Your skills and knowledge are the only things that can be taken away from you. The economy can crash, your job can disappear, but your abilities stay with you forever. Rich people understand that the best investment isn't in the stock market, it's in themselves. They constantly read, take courses, attend seminars, and learn new high-income skills. I spend thousands of dollars every year on books, courses, and mentorship. Why? Because every skill I learn multiplies my earning potential. one skill can change your entire financial trajectory. Stop making excuses about not having money to learn. You're already spending money on things that don't matter. Redirect that spending into things that will actually make you wealthy. Habit number 5. This one is tough to hear, but it's absolutely true. Your income is the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If all your friends are broke and have no ambition, guess what? You're going to stay broke too. Not because they're bad people, but because their mindset, habits, and conversations keep you at their level. Poor people talk about other people, complain about their problems, and discuss what they watched on TV. Rich people discuss ideas, opportunities, and how to make more money. You need to be ruthless about protecting your environment. If your friends mock you for wanting to be successful, they're not your friends. They're anchors holding you down. I had to distance myself from childhood friends who had no ambition. It was lonely at first, but it was necessary. Once I surrounded myself with people who were building businesses and growing wealth, my entire life transformed. Find people who are ahead of you and learn from them. Join communities of ambitious people. Your network determines your net worth. The 6th habit that keeps people poor is waiting for everything to be perfect before taking action. Poor people say things like, "I'll start that business when I have more money," or "I'll invest when I understand everything," or "I'll start learning when I have more free time." Here's the brutal truth. That perfect moment will never come. You'll never have enough money, enough knowledge, or enough time. You just need to start. Rich people understand that action creates clarity. You learn by doing, not by waiting. They start messy, make mistakes, adjust, and keep moving forward. I wasted 3 years waiting for the perfect time to start my first business. Those 3 years cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost opportunity. When I finally started, it wasn't perfect, but it was profitable. Stop waiting. Start now with what you have. You'll figure it out along the way. The 7th final habit that keeps people poor is quitting right before the breakthrough. Most people try something for a few weeks or months, don't see immediate results, and quit. They jump from opportunity to opportunity, never sticking with anything long enough to see it succeed. Building wealth takes time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. The difference between rich and poor isn't talent or luck, it's persistence. Every successful person has a story about almost quitting right before everything changed. They pushed through the hard times when everyone else gave up. I failed at multiple businesses before one finally worked, but each failure taught me something valuable. If I had quit after the first failure, I'd still be broke today. The key is to fail fast, learn quickly, and keep going. Success isn't about never failing, it's about never quitting. So, those are the 7 habits keeping you poor. Spending to impress others, living without a budget, buying liabilities instead of assets, not investing in yourself, surrounding yourself with broke people, waiting for perfection, and giving up too soon. Here's what you need to understand. These habits are choices. You're not a victim of circumstances. You have the power to change your financial situation by changing your daily habits. Start today. Pick one habit from this list and commit to eliminating it this week. Then next week, eliminate another one. Within 2 months, you'll have completely transformed your financial habits. The difference between being poor and being rich isn't complicated. It's just 7 different habits practiced consistently over time. The choice is yours. You can keep doing what you're doing and stay broke, or you can change your habits and change your life. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest financial advice. Drop a comment telling me which habit you're going to stop first. I'll see you in the next video. Now go take action.